Good morning, dear students. Today we are beginning with one act play, The Proposal, from our textbook First Flight. The author of this play is Anthony Chekhov, who was a great playwright and a story writer. He was born on 29 January 1860 in a village in southern Russia, and his short stories are well known in the whole world. Chekhov once said, "Medicine is my lawful wife and literature is my mistress." In this play, students, he talks about the wealthy families and how do they have the marriage proposals and relationships. In this one act play that begins with a young man Lomo presenting a marriage proposal to his neighbor's daughter, there is conveyed a concept of a wealthy family where the lady's father also joins the heated discussions. It begins with the proposal that is conveyed by Lomo, but it ends with the heated discussions. At last, in the midst of all this, proposal gets forgotten until Lomo falls off due to his palpitations, and Chubukov instantly puts his daughter's hand in Lomo's. Unfortunately, the quarreling still continues. Now let's see what happens in the play. The play begins on page number 142, The Proposal. Actually, it is a farce written by Anthony Chekhov in 1888-89. The play is about the tendency of wealthy families to seek matrimonial ties. The real purpose is to increase their estates and landed properties. Ivan Lomo was a wealthy neighbor of another wealthy farmer, Stepan Chubukov. Lomo comes to seek the hand of Chubukov's 25-year-old daughter, Natalia. Lomo, Chekhov, and Natalia, all three are quarrelsome people and they quarrel over petty and small issues. Each one of them has a claim over a particular piece of land and they also quarrel over their dogs. Amidst this quarreling, they completely forget the real issue, the marriage proposal, but good sense prevails in the end. Economic good sense ensures that the proposal is made. Chubukov doesn't want to miss the opportunity and he puts his daughter's hand into Lomo's hands. He doesn't waste any time and blesses them, and however, old bad habits, uh, they say that they die hard. The newly married couple starts their married life with a fresh quarrel. Page number 144. The characters are given here. Stephen Stepanovich Chubukov, a landowner. Then Natalia Stepanovna, his daughter, 25 years old. Ivan Vasilyevich Lomov, a neighbor of Chubukov, a large and hearty but very suspicious landowner. A drawing room in Chubukov's house. Lomov enters wearing a dress, jacket, and white gloves. Chubukov rises to meet him. So, students, as soon as the stage opens for the play, the curtain rises. We can see a drawing room in Chubukov's house where Lomov enters wearing a dress, a beautiful attire, and Chubukov rises to meet him. Chubukov welcomes his neighbor, Ivan Vasilyevich, very politely. Chubukov says, "My dear fellow, who do I see? Ivan Vasilyevich? I'm extremely glad." Squeezes his hand. "Now this is a surprise, my darling. How are you?" Lomov replies, "Thank you. And how may you be getting on?" "We just get along somehow, my angel, thanks to your prayers," and so on. "Sit down, please do. Now you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors, my darling. My dear fellow, why are you so formal in your get-up? Evening dress, gloves, and so on. Can you be going anywhere, my treasure?" Now, this is a specific manner of speaking of Chubukov. He usually speaks in this polite tone, and here he is asking his neighbor about his well being while shaking his hands, and he also asked Lomov the reason for his visit. Choboko replies by saying that they somehow managed to survive peacefully and blessings of the people like Lomo himself, and he asked him to sit down and be comfortable. Surprised by his formal evening attire, he questions the occasion. And Choboko has a very polite way, as I said, of talking, and so he uses the words. He refers to Lomo as my angel, my treasure, etc. Lomao says, "No, I have come only to see you, honored Stepan Stepanovich." "Then why are you in evening dress, my precious, as if you are paying a New Year's Eve visit?" "Well, you see, it's like this. Take his arm, and I have come to you, honored Stefan Stefanovich, to trouble you with a request. Not once or twice have I already had the privilege of applying to you for help, and you have always, so to speak. I must ask your pardon. I am getting excited. I shall drink some water, honored Stepan Stepanovich." Now he drinks. So he says that there's nothing important, but still he has come to meet him, and he is feeling honored to meet the neighbor like that. So he has water. Chabakov says aside, means he is not confronting the people on the stage, he is just speaking aside, on the side of the stage. "He's come to borrow money, shan't give him any." What is it, my beauty? So, on one side, Choboko says that he thinks that the neighbor has come to borrow for money, and then he decides that he will not pay it if he has come to borrow money. He will not lend him money, lend Lomo the money. And then on the other side, see how superficially he says that, what is it, for what reason you have come, my beauty? "You see, honored Stepanovich, I beg your pardon, Stepan Honorich, I mean, I'm fully excited, as you will please notice. In short, you alone can help me. Though I don't deserve it, of course, and haven't any right to count on your assistance." "Oh, don't go round and round, darling. Spit it out." So he says that don't take the words here and there. Whatever you want to ask, please ask to me straight. So, with all due respect, Lamov is grabbing Choboko's arm and conveys his intention of troubling him with request. With all gratitude, Lamov mentions the times when Choboko has helped him, and as he continues talking, he starts getting excited. To calm himself, he drinks water also, and on the other side, Chobokov is feeling that if suppose Lomov has come for in financial aid, he will not help him. "One moment, this very minute. The fact is, I have come to ask the hand of your daughter, Natalia Stepanova, in marriage." So he has come to ask the daughter's hand for the marriage. Natalia is the daughter of Chobokov. Choboko joyfully says, "By Jove, Ivan Vasilovich, say it again. I didn't hear it at all." So he could not believe his ears that his daughter's proposal has come from a rich neighbor, and so he says that he should repeat. Lomo should repeat to Choboko again. "I have the honor to ask, my dear fellow, I'm so glad," and so on. Yes, indeed. All that sort of thing. Embraces and kisses Lomo. "I have been hoping for it for a long time. It's been my continuous desire." And sheds a tear because he wants his daughter to get married to a wealthy man. "And I have always loved you, my angel, as if you were my own son. May God give you both his help and his love, and so on. And so much hope. What am I behaving in this idiotic way for? I'm off my balance with joy, absolutely off my balance. Oh, with all my soul, I will go and call Natasha and all that." So Chobokov is very happy to get a rich son-in-law, and he says that why he is behaving in an idiotic manner. He's so happy, he starts crying also, and he says that he will bring his daughter in front of the neighbor To this, Lomo says, Honored Stepan Stepanovich, do you think I may count on her consent? So Lomov is asking that whether she would approve of me or not. Why, of course, my darling, and as if he won't consent, she's in love. Egat. Egat is for surprise, students. So she's like a lovesick cat and so on, shan't be long. So here the father says that she is like a lovesick cat who is in love with somebody, and I think it is you, and she cannot resist herself, and she would be soon telling this to you also, and then makes an exit. Lomau says it's cold and trembling all over, just as if I had got an examination before me. Why does he feel so? Because Lomau has come for the proposal, marriage proposal. The great thing is, I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal, for real love, then I will never get married. But it's cold. So he says that if he is going to find for a real love, he will never get married. So it's better that he should propose to Natalia. It's cold, Natalia. Stepan Vorna is an excellent housekeeper, not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But I am getting a noise in my ears from excitement. So he feels that she is a good housekeeper and nothing more he can expect, and therefore he is also very excited. And it's impossible for me not to marry. In the first place, I am already 35, a critical age. So, to speak in the second place, I ought to lead a quiet and a regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I am excitable and always getting awfully upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling and there is a twitch in my right eyebrow. But the very worst of all is the way I sleep. So, all these things are happening to him because, students, he is very nervous as he has come for the marriage proposal, and he thinks that he is not apt enough to propose a rich man's daughter like this, but still he is trying to do so. But the very worst of all is the way I sleep. I no sooner get into the bed and begin to go off when suddenly something in my left side gives a pull and I can feel it in my shoulder and head. So, in a very comic manner, he is elaborately talking about himself that he is not deserving any love or any marriage, and still he has made up his mind now to marry. The way he sleeps, the way he speaks, and all that. I jump up like a lunatic. Lunatic is a mad, idiotic person. Walk about a bit and lie down again. But as soon as I begin to get off to sleep, there is another pull, and this may happen 20 times. So, the way he sleeps, he's talking about that. He's elaborately narrating that, and he feels that he is quite nervous at this top point also because he doesn't deserve Natalia also. But still, if she agrees, then he would marry her. So Natalia Stepanovna comes in. Well, there, it's you. And Papa said, go, there is a merchant come for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vasilovich? So she says she's very surprised to see Lomov, and she says that her father has had conveyed to her that some merchant had come to sell his goods, and therefore she was here. How do you do, honored Natalia Stepanovna? You must excuse my apparel and negligence. So you should excuse the way I am dressing up and just neglect that. We are shelling peas for drying. Why haven't you been here for such a long time? Sit down. They seat themselves. Won't you have some lunch? So Natalia says that she should be excused for the apron and she should be neglected for whatever she is dressing up. And she is just asking that for a long time, if he was not here, for what reason today he has come. So she's offering even for the lunch. No, thank you. I have had some already. So Lomov says that he had already lunch. Then smoke. Here are the matches. The weather splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? Just think, I felt greedy and had a whole field cut. And now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. Rot means it is going to completely spoil. I ought to have waited a bit, but what's this? Why you are in the evening dress? Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what? Though I must say you look better. Tell me, why are you got up like that? So Natalia is offering then for smoke to Lomo, and then she talks about the weather as usually the English conversations begin, and then she talks about the hay business that is getting cut during this season. So she says that there was a lot of harvest, and she was trying that people should cut for him, the laborers should cut for him enough amount. And then she says that even if she's afraid that even if they have cut, then the weather is so cold that it might be possible that the hay gets spoiled. And then she is very surprised at the evening dress that Lomo is wearing. And then she asks him about that why he has come in that dress. So students, we find that Natalia is behaving in a quite ordinary manner, and on the other side Lomo is quite nervous, as we already know about his palpitations. Palpitation, students, is a sensation that the heart is racing, pounding, fluttering, or skipping a beat, often bothersome but hardly ever sign of heart disease it is. So he is already sufferer of that, and he is moreover nervous because he has come for the marriage proposal. Now we'll see next tomorrow that what happens.